River crossing is a bit narrow, so it's a lot of blackberries, so it might scratch your car.
Yeah,
but,
you get pinstripes, there's no doubt about
yeah,
it.
but that's what you get when you going bushes. So there is that third river crossing.
Yeah, it's not the water so much, it's the ruts coming up out of the water you got to worry about.
Yeah. Not the jacketed.
Not jacketed, no.
And what is...
Well, apparently we're on the right road, so this is steep.
Oh.
That's our wind brakes making that noise.
Oh.
Oh, shit. We're travelling along the bed of the Avon River here. Lucky for us there hasn't been too much rain in recent days, so the path is an easy one to follow. I don't think it would take much more than a few showers to get the water levels up enough to cover the bit of track we're currently on, so we're lucky we went when we did.
That was fun.
It was fun. Okay, so we've just been having a discussion. We're 3.5, 4 hours into this drive, and we are planning a circular drive, but of course we don't know what the track conditions are like ahead of us. We only know what they're like behind us. So we've been wondering whether we should turn around, and when we know we can get back through that track and on time, or if we should keep going. Now, we did have one very steep descent where we're sort of thinking, will we be able to get back up that or not? So, on the advice of Bash, I say, we're forging ahead.
Exactly.
And hopefully we'll get to see McMillans Lookout and make it back relatively easily to Lacola Road. But that remains to be seen. Several hours in the future, I suspect. The trip that we're undertaking here is just a day trip. Our plan is to be away from camp in the morning and back at camp in the evening. I'll talk now about some general preparation that we take before going four-wheel driving anyway, and also cover some of the stuff that we take with us specifically in case of things going wrong and not being able to get back to camp on the day that we intend to. So obviously we keep the car up to date with services and do visual checks to make sure that everything looks right before we leave. That includes making sure that the tyres are in good condition. We carry a deflator and a compressor so that our tyre pressures can be appropriate for the country that we're travelling in. We do have Max Tracks, 4 Max Tracks, and any brand is fine. That just happens to be the brand that we use. We've got a small shovel, we have 2 bottle jacks and a jump start battery. So if we have a flat battery for whatever reason, we can just easily get the car going again. The car itself is fitted with a UHF radio or CB radio, and we also have 2 handheld units that we take with us if we go for walks, so when we're away from the car. Covering why it's important to have stuff with you when you're away from camp. You may be planning not to go very far, but you may end up stranded somewhere. This is why we carry first aid kits, so that we have one with the car and one that we can take walking. Because this is a cold climate, we've taken warm clothing with us, even though we're only planning to be there during the day. We've taken everything with us we need to start a fire so that we can have a fire at camp if it gets cold. And we have 2 days worth of food and water, which is to keep us going should we need an actual rescue. And to that end, we also have a personal locator beacon, which we can use in life-threatening emergencies. So those are just some of the things. That's not an exhaustive list of what you might want to take when you go travelling through places like the High Country, but it's certainly a helpful start. With the scrub starting to press in on both sides, we were beginning to wonder if we were doing the right thing by pressing on. It did feel like nobody had been down this way for quite a while, but we had come this far, and the Pajero seemed to be handling conditions quite well. From here on, things started to get a little rough. The descent is much steeper than it looks on camera, and we were certainly taking some hits on the undercarriage. I'm sure you can hear the bangs and scrapes. We've been contemplating a 2-inch lift kit for quite a while, and I was really wishing we'd followed through on that by this stage. It just would have made our lives that much easier.
So we're on the valley again, level with that water.
Elevation 150, but the water's got to run from the high ground to the low ground. So.
Yeah, we were at 400 at the highest.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were comparing to the last water.
Still on the lower backtrack, but man, it is a long drive. That's just nothing. See what they.
Right now, our simple plan is to try and get to Lacola Road before the sun goes down. That's the plan. This is a lot more interesting than we had anticipated. These tracks, good fun, great fun. I wish we'd left an hour earlier.